Alright, warm greetings to everyone. Welcome back to the Heartfelt Lessons program. As you may have noticed from the title and thumbnail of this video, there's something a little bit shocking about it. How to build a good habit, that part is normal. But then we added, in parentheses, oh my god, it's so easy. And yes, I put that on purpose, both in the title and the thumbnail. Because that is exactly what I want to emphasize. Oh my god. It's easy, meaning the energy cost you spend, not money, not finances. The energy cost is extremely low. And when something requires very little energy, of course it becomes easy. A good habit, truly, is one of the most precious assets a person can have. Almost everything that makes you amazing, or not amazing, is tied to your habits. If you're diligent, healthy, admired, skillful, where do those come from? Habits. And the opposite is true as well. If people look down on you, if you're lazy, addicted to something, that's also habit. So yeah, habits create so much of our life. If your life is full of good habits, you'll rise. If it's full of bad habits, well, it sinks badly. So we must admit, habits are incredible, and we should pay attention to them. And many of you have already tried to build habits, but I truly believe that the majority fail. Because it's not simple, it's not easy, and habits break easily. A habit that is easy for one person may be extremely difficult for another. That's why, if you pay attention, throughout the years I often make new videos about habits. Every now and then a new one pops up. Because the question in my mind is always, how can we build habits even easier, even simpler? This question never leaves my mind. So each new video I make is both a continuation and an upgrade of the previous ones. And honestly, I believe this version, the method I'm sharing today, is even easier than everything I've shared before. That's why I said, oh my god, it's easy. And that phrase isn't just me saying it to you, it's also my own aha moment. Because I realized I had been doing this method accidentally for years without noticing. Then one day, I looked back and thought, wait, this thing has become my habit. Automatically, and I didn't even notice when it happened. Only then did I recognize the method behind it. That's the fun part of learning through real-life experience. Sometimes you gain something completely by accident, without struggling for it, and only when you look back do you see the pattern. So today, I'm sharing that method. The reason I say, oh my god, it's easy, is because the initial investment required is almost nothing. Just 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes. That's all. Whatever you consider meaningful, start with 5 minutes a day, or 5 minutes whenever you remember it, or set a schedule, every 1 to 2 hours. Give it 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes of doing something you consider important. Of course, at this point you might think, that sounds normal. So let's dig deeper with some analysis and numbers, something a little more exciting. There is a piece of research many of you have likely heard of. To build a habit until it becomes automatic, people need around 66 days on average. But the variation is huge. Some people need only 18 days. Some need 28 days. Some need 254 days. That's why the average sits at 66 days until a habit becomes automatic. People know this. People try to apply this. But here's the issue I personally discovered. The unit, day, is still far too big for someone who doesn't yet have the habit. A day is too long, too demanding, too difficult for someone who hasn't built the habit. So we must break the day into smaller pieces, a unit that is easier to approach. And I believe the perfect unit is 5 minutes. If you think 5 minutes is nothing, let's do some math. Let's say in a day, you have about 8 hours of awake and functional time, after subtracting sleep and downtime. If every hour you spend 5 minutes practicing the habit, that's 5 minutes times 8 equals 40 minutes a day. That's not small at all. Weekly. 40 minutes times 7 equals 240 minutes equals 4.7 hours per week. Annually. Approximately 240 hours a year. And think about this. Where in your life do you ever dedicate 240 hours a year to building one single skill or habit, voluntarily? Almost nowhere. And here's the good news. To build a habit, you usually don't even need the full 240 hours. Often, 1/3 or even 1/4 is enough for it to become automatic. Because once a habit becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth, you just do it without effort. No reminders, no willpower. And here's the best part. Once the habit becomes automatic, you no longer need to track 5 minutes. You just do it whenever you have a spare moment. So now that we understand this, let's apply it. Choose one habit that you believe will truly improve your life. Just one. Don't be greedy. The goal is to make it automatic. Only after the first habit becomes automatic should you start a new one. Let's say you often feel stressed, then choose meditation or mindful breathing. Or if you want to learn but never have time, choose reading. If your body aches from sitting too much, choose stretching. The principle is simple. Every hour, spend 5 minutes practicing the habit. In the beginning, set reminders or alarms. Or look at your day and pick the hours you're usually free. For example, if you know you usually sit at a cafe between 7 to 8 a.m., that's your first 5-minute session. While waiting for your drink, breathe, meditate, easy. If 8 sessions a day feels too many, combine them, do 10 minutes 4 times a day. That's fine, adjust it to your comfort. Just practice, repeatedly. In a month, you'll already feel the habit forming. Because it's truly easy. Oh my God, it's easy. Reading works the same way, 5 to 10 minutes at a time is enough to build the habit. Even if your day is fragmented, even if you're busy. Stretching too. Look up simple stretches, neck, shoulders, wrists, back, legs. Do them 5 minutes at a time throughout the day. Over time your pain will reduce dramatically, maybe even disappear, because your body is actually being used. Activated, cared for. There's nothing fancy here, nothing complicated. Just small, consistent actions. And here's what happens. One day you'll naturally start doing it without thinking. A little free time, you stretch. A quiet moment, you breathe. A short break, you read. No more alarms. No more forcing. It becomes your second nature. This applies to everything: breathing exercises, meditation, stretching, reading, writing, drawing, vocabulary study, anything. Just remember. Pick one habit, stick to it until it becomes automatic, then add the next one. Now, I must warn you about something. The method itself is simple. The execution is simple. 5 minutes is simple. Nothing complicated here. The real problem is, many people simply don't maintain the practice long enough for the habit to form. And instead of admitting, yeah, I got lazy, that's on me, people tend to find excuses. The method doesn't work. I wasn't feeling motivated. The timing wasn't right. I wasn't in the mood. So let me tell you this. Treat it like brushing your teeth. We don't wait for motivation to brush our teeth. If a child only brushed their teeth when they felt inspired, their teeth would all fall out. So please, be better than that. Don't wait for emotions. If it's good for you, just do it. Keep doing it. No excuses. And after just a short time, months, not years, the habit will come back and serve you. Something incredibly hard for others will become extremely easy for you. And yes, that becomes your life advantage. That is everything I want to share with you today. Please try it, because this is absolutely doable. And because, truly, oh my God, it's easy.